Hey, welcome to day something, whatever the title said of no alcohol. That's right, no alcohol update. Just like last time we quit for a year, not that hard. I haven't had an urge to have alcohol. I keep forgetting that I'm able to have alcohol. At first, I kind of miss the routine. It's really just comes down to routine. It's a evening thing to do. Feels like I'm missing something when I don't do it, but I have NA beers, I have soda water. Right now we're going with the brand Waterloo. They're not sponsoring in any way, but it's good. I like it. It feels good to just have a thing to drink. I initially craved a lot more sugar. We said in the video on the main channel that we were gonna attempt to quit added sugar for that first month. For the first couple weeks, I did a pretty good job. And then kind of stopped. But yeah, when I quit alcohol, I do crave it more. I'm not really losing weight, but I do find that I get to eat more. I keep track of my calories, and there'll be like a little chunk of calories left at the end of the day. I'm like, oh, that would have gone to alcohol and then some. I might have lost a little weight. I haven't tracked it that closely, but it seems like not that significant. Partly because it's been super cold and wintry here. Probably because it's winter. That's probably the number one reason why it's been cold and wintry. Let's list the reasons why it's been cold and wintry in Wisconsin in January and February. 1, it's winter. 2, revert back to 1. Okay, my energy levels, I feel like maybe slightly better. It's not like a gigantic improvement in my life. My sleep isn't necessarily better. Some days I'm still like super tired. I do wake up feeling better. Like on days when I drank, I'd wake up, feeling crappy. It's not like I feel like I have a ton of energy when I wake up, but I just feel better. I feel a little more excited about the day. Like I'm excited to accomplish things. There's like this fog and this sort of like, it's like there's an extra weight added when you've drank the night before. That's not there, which is nice. It's not like I'm suddenly a superhero, but I feel like that weight is kind of gone. So in general, I guess I feel mildly better. My mood is better. My energy is a little better. I'm more comfortable, but it's not enormous. I think it depends on how much you drink. I don't consider that the amount I drank, to some people's standards, probably too much. To a lot of people who live in Wisconsin that I know, standards average. So like it depends on how much you drink. I've never considered myself an alcoholic. The improvement of not drinking is probably less than it would be for someone who drank more. I read about terrible things that happen to people when they quit drinking. People who are massively addicted. Tremors and headaches, and it can be dangerous. None of that's really happened to me. So in general, yeah, this is the challenge of quitting when you're just kind of an average drinker. Is that when you quit, it's like, well, life's kind of better, but I also miss drinking. So that's the challenge of quitting. If alcohol isn't that much of a problem to you, or so it seems. That said, I'm glad I'm doing it. I feel good. I feel like once it gets warmer, I'm going to start running more and being more active outside, and I feel like I will increase my exercise and my health, and it'll be all the more easy because of no alcohol. Going out to do activities with friends or going out to eat, those are the times where I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to have something to drink. A couple main things that I like about alcohol, it's the taste. I like playing around with different flavors. I like making cocktails, and I like trying different cocktails and seeing what others have made and trying different beers. It's interesting to me, and it tastes good. The second thing I like is it really does lower inhibitions. I can feel socially awkward. That's probably what started my drinking. It's probably why a lot of people drink, even if they don't realize it. It loosens me up, and it makes me not afraid to talk to people as much. I can be pretty quiet. Having alcohol can loosen up the conversation. That's something that I have to work on when I don't have alcohol, especially if I'm going out with people who are all drinking and then they're all like on a different level, I guess. As the night gets later, if I'm not drinking, I just get tired and want to go to bed. I just want the night to be over sometimes. If you are drinking, alcohol is a way of making you want more, which isn't good. When I don't have alcohol, I'm not having the same kind of fun I would have with my friends. But then I realized there are a lot of things that I did. A high percentage of the reason I was doing those things was because then I could have something to drink. And that's sad. But that's kind of true. Like I think about specific gatherings, specific events, go there and be like, oh yeah, then I'll have something to drink and blah, blah. And now that the drink is eliminated, the event kind of feels less fun. Does that mean I'm less social when I'm not drinking alcohol? I don't know. I still talk to people. I still go out. I still see people. But that's a big part of the reason I drank, I think, was the lowering inhibitions. But that's also, lowering inhibitions can be a problem. That hasn't been a problem for me, but that is one of the issues with alcohol. doing things you regret. And just like last time, I'm feeling like I could do this forever. And then I ended up not doing it forever. But I do feel that now. It's really not, it doesn't take long before I just don't miss it at all. It only becomes slightly challenging if I'm out with people, going out to an event and there's alcohol there and people are drinking. But even then, it's not that hard. It takes a while for the body to repair itself from the damage that alcohol did, like your liver can repair itself, but it takes a long, long time. There are some people that say you don't fully get over the fatigue that is caused by quitting alcohol. Some people say it takes a year or two before that happens. Maybe I'll let you know if that happens, because I do for a while there, first like 3 or 4 weeks, I was feeling, I think, extra tired. Could be a lot of factors that go into that have nothing to do with alcohol. The winter, for one. But that was there, and that feels like that has kind of gone away, but maybe in the future it'll go away even more. I don't know. That's where I'm at with alcohol. Okay, let's take a moment and thank the sponsor of this video, ZocDoc. Quitting stuff that's bad for you, that's pretty healthy. You probably don't have to ever see a doctor again, right? Wrong! But it's so hard to figure out how to find the right doctor. Craig! Well, guess what? I know of a certain video sponsor, ZocDoc, that can help. You know what it's called? ZocDoc. I already said it was called ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and find one that fits your needs and takes your insurance. Back in my early adulthood, my method of finding the right doctor was basically this. Where? I can't find you. Where? Wait. Oh, no, that's a pillow. I have asthma. I barely understood what insurance was, and I hadn't even tried raw oysters yet. That's unrelated. I just wanted to show you how inexperienced I was. Incidentally, I now really like raw oysters. So if you don't like it right away, doesn't mean you're going to dislike something forever. That's a side lesson. Don't give up. And don't give up trying to find the right doctor. It's super easy now because of ZocDoc. They have over 100,000 healthcare providers across nearly every specialty. From mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, butt care to gut care, and other things that rhyme. You can filter by insurance, specialty, location, and even check patient reviews to make sure you get the right fit. When you move into a new town, you can't just say, "Hey town, give me a doctor that's the same as my other doctor exactly." One reason you can't do that is because towns aren't sentient, but also that's not how healthcare works. I wish I knew ZocDoc when I was younger, and it happens super quick. Most appointments happen within 24 to 72 hours, sometimes same day. So visit my sponsor, ZocDoc.com/WheezyWaiter to easily book local top-rated doctors who can see you quickly. Thanks to ZocDoc for sponsoring. Now, back to the video. In other news, I'm thinking about getting an office outside of the home. I've been working in this basement. Full disclosure, I actually did get an office. It's where the previous video was shot. This video was shot before that video. So, by the way, the rest of the video is about getting a new office and about how I really don't spend hardly any money making YouTube videos and how you can too not spend money. I happen to be the only one here today. But when China's home or when Ada's home, when either of them are home, it does affect my work. There's distraction. Even if I'm just in the basement, I still know they're up there. Sometimes I'll go up and visit, or like if I'm shooting video, I can't really be loud. I'm more self-conscious that people are gonna hear what I'm saying, which shouldn't matter because you can hear what I'm saying, but it does matter while I'm doing this. For some reason, I get more self-conscious, even if someone is not in the room, but they're in the house. And I can't be loud. I can't go, "Wah!" which I like to do, and it just affects me psychologically. So I'm thinking about getting an office. I know it'll be an expense, and I gotta find the right one. I don't want just like a co-working space. I want it to feel private, and I want it to have good window light, because that's pretty much how I light everything. Window light just is the best with probably any camera, but with these DSLR cameras. I was just reading about, what's her name? Woman from the Test Kitchen channel that she left and she started her own channel. And then she recently said she's quitting. She wasn't making money. She was losing money. And she broke down how much she was spending on her YouTube channels. She had a team of 7 people shooting the video with her. I mean, it's cooking. It's a lot more elaborate than what I do. Except when I did cooking.
Little broccoli pieces everywhere. That's the name of my first album.
The Florets of my heart. And then she said the most expensive thing was the editing, hiring people to edit. And I thought, well, wow, she went about that way differently than what I do and have done traditionally, which is how do I do things without spending any money at all? I do have an assistant editor now that I pay, and I hope I'm paying fairly or paying well. Almost anything I do, I don't spend money. Some things I've traveled for, which is a little bit of money. I don't spend on fancy lights. Every few years, maybe I will buy a new computer, a new laptop to keep up with the editing programs and everything, slow down. It's not really about money. It's more about minimizing the process, making the process really simple so that I keep doing it, so that it doesn't take a lot of mental effort. I've never had the problem of making so little money that I was losing money making YouTube videos. That seems very foreign to me. Like what I did in a cooking show, a well-produced cooking show, very different things. But I think there's a way to do this that doesn't cost anything. Now I'm thinking about getting an office. So now I'm starting to think about expanding a little. So that can there's a danger there where if I start spending on rent for an office to do this, then the budget goes up a little. But I think it might be time to try that. It might actually help me be more productive. But in general, so this is just a bit of advice if you want to start a YouTube channel, don't spend money. Figure out how to start without spending anything. Chances are, if you're watching this, you have a computer or access to the internet in some way. Maybe just a phone. And if it's a phone, chances are it probably has a camera, a pretty decent camera. And maybe I don't even need to tell you this. There are plenty of people, there are millions of people doing TikTok and Reels and everything. I don't know how much money you can make doing those, how hard it is to make enough money to do those like as a job or anything. Or, I mean, it's hard to do any of this as a job. But you can do this without spending money. You can do it. You can just do it. Right now. If you wanted to. If someone who wants to make it, if you have something to say, you can just use your phone. And you can edit in your phone. You could do better editing probably with a computer. That's a skill to learn over time, but you could do very rudimentary editing right now and learn as you go. Rather than what I see a lot of people, like the mentality being like, okay, we're gonna spend this much money and try to make this quality of thing right off the bat. And I think that's dangerous and an easy way to quit because it's really hard to find any success in this right away. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, that'll do. How are you? I decided to spend some money on this shot. How was that, guys?
Good. Oh my God,
How much I owe you?
$380,000.